Next event in the pool could see a shot at another Canadian record. We will wait and see, but in the middle of the pool, Ilya Kharun holds it already, and he was holding something back in the heats, I think, earlier today.
Lane 9 will be Harrison Smith, 17 years of age, actually out of Louisville, Kentucky, a dual citizen. Now you've got Hayden Gouffran, 20 years of age. He's actually out of Sacramento, California, also a dual citizen. Jordy Vilches out of Barrie, very busy man. He's already been in 3 finals, 3 different events. He's made the top 8 in the A final. Michael Sava, 21 years of age, U Sport National Champion in 2023, aiming for med school in 2 years at the University of Toronto. Patrick Hussey, 23 years of age, was 3rd in this race. 3 years ago, he's already on the Olympic team. He made the 4x200 freestyle relay. Benjamin Lowen out of the Toronto area, the Crescent team, University of Toronto, national champ in the summer of 2023. On the junior Pan Pac team in 2022. Bill Donfang out of Victoria, training mate with Ben Lowen at University of Toronto. He was at the World Juniors where he finished 5th. Kevin Zhang was also at the World Juniors. He's from the University of Waterloo, studying computer science with Coach Jackie Beckford-Henrique. Max Malakovets, born in northern Russia, went to Sweden, went to USA, and settled on Canada when he was 7 years old. Ilya Kharun, his parents are in Cirque du Soleil. They started in Montreal, where he was born, moved to Las Vegas, where he grew up and trained, and he won the NCAA gold medal this year in the 200-meter butterfly. He is definitely the breakout swimmer of the year for Canada in 2023, and he is a man to watch in the butterfly events.
As we mentioned, he holds that Canadian record of 1:53.82. And when he did that, he did the last 50 meters in 29.15. That was at the final of the World Championships, and no one else could touch him. Unfortunately, he was 8th beginning that lap and wound up tied for 4th. Underway in the men's 200-meter butterfly, 4 lengths of the pool. Internationally, this is the Christoph Milak event. It used to be the Michael Phelps event and the Chad Leclos event.
And what we mean by that is Christoph Milak owned this race for the last few years, but he's actually gone into a little bit of a recession right now in his training and his approach, and he said, I've hit rock bottom, so I don't know if we're going to see the defending Olympic champion and world record holder at the Olympic Games, but we're going to see Ilya Kharun challenge his Canadian record if he can keep up this pace. Notice how long he is underwater right there. Great turn.
4/10 of a second faster than his Canadian record time in that first 50. He has got a full body length lead. The battle for second between Kevin Zhang and Max Malakovets. And then a bunch of others, Byron.
Harun's best time is about 4 seconds faster than everybody else in the field, so he should have several body lengths on everyone. And it's going to be a question of can Harun get to his record and who's going to win the medals of all the other boys in this race.
He is more than half a second under his own Canadian record time and continues to lengthen the gap.
Well, one of his training mates all winter was a guy named Leon Marchand, who's favored to challenge for the gold medal in this race at the Olympic Games. So he's learning and training against the best.
Watch the clock. His split at the Canadian record was 1:24.7. He is again more than half a second under it, and the crowd begins to get on its feet.
This is a world-class time. If he gets down to the Canadian record, that'll be the fastest time done in the world this year. Dead battle for second. It looks like lane 3, Kevin Zhang, and lane 5, Max Malakovets are in the favorite in the driver's seat.
Here comes Ilya Kharun, the Canadian record, 1:53.82, and he's just over at 1:54.41. Really good time. Who gets second? It is Zhang, and then Malakovets in third. 1:54.41 for Kharun, and that is one of the 10 fastest times in the world this year.
He actually doesn't look very tired. I think he could do another one. Turns out that's the second fastest fastest time in the world this year for Ilya Kharun. Now, that being said, the Americans haven't had their trials, the Australians haven't had their trials, the Germans haven't had their trials, so there will be some more times to come, no question about it. But that's still putting your name in the discussion for the medals when you get to Paris, Ilya Kharun. Good and steady. Watch the head when he comes up. Not a lot of excessive movement. Just come up, take a breath, and back down. Not looking to the side. Good and steady all the way. Now, we talked about his turn. Watch when he goes in a little bit too deep going into the wall there. That probably cost him a few tenths. But underwater, streamline, nice and powerful kick. Not too powerful, nice and flowing. Saves the energy. And then up he comes on this last leg. Right to the wall. Perfect. World-class butterflyer. The 100 butterfly is still to come, and Kharun is working on his sprinting, so we could see him again racing Josh Liendo in the 100-meter butterfly.
No.
So Ilya Kharun, 154.41, gets the Olympic qualifying standard and takes the Canadian title.